Faith, and welcome to Faith's Take, where I talk about anything and everything that I find interesting. And welcome to my first reaction and review for the Gizmoplex and Season 13 of Mystery Science Theater 3000. Anyone that knows me and this channel knows how much I love Mystery Science Theater, riff tracks, all that stuff. I've done reactions/reviews of the last two seasons that premiered on Netflix, so it's finally time for me to get into the Gizmoplex and give this a shot. I just spent a fat stack buying the season pass, because I know in the end that's actually a way better deal, so if you plan on watching all the episodes, I highly recommend doing that, just because it saves you a lot of cash if you do it that way. So the way you do is a little confusing. So I bought it and it's like, great, go to your thing, right? And I went to the main page again of this, and then when you click an episode, like if I click the first episode here, it still gives the rent or buy options instead of just the play and download options. So you have to go to your videos, and then it'll, here, let me get out of this stuff. And then it'll give you the products that you have, and then you click on that. So we have all the trailers of the upcoming ones, and then we have the first 4 episodes because Munchie just premiered. And then we have the first 3 shorts that they've done as well. It's interesting to me that the shorts are separate, but we'll see. Everyone in my chat, if you have not been following, I should say, I have a Twitch account where I do a lot of streams now. I used to stream on YouTube a lot, but they just got so strict with our watch parties, where even if an episode was on full from the Mystery Science channel and everything, and I've done reviews and it's all clear, they would shut me down if I was live streaming a watch party with it. I don't stream the thing in full by itself, like I'm talking the way I'm talking to you right now. But YouTube did not like that, so I've switched to Twitch. All that stuff will be below. I actually just became an affiliate on Twitch, so if you ever wanted to support me in a way, maybe not as big as Patreon, but in some little way, that is now available. If you would like to ever sub or give me bits or however all that works, I barely know because I just started. And I just hit 1,700 subs. Thank you all very much for that. One thing that's interesting to me that I noticed already is of the 4 episodes that have been released of the, I believe it's 13? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, yes, it's 13. I know that about half are Jonah, about half are Emily. The Christmas one, I think, is going to be Jonah, Emily, and Joel. As far as I know, Joel has his own. The thing that stands out to me, though, is out of the first 4 episodes, 3 of them are of Jonah, only one is Emily, which is fascinating to me. With the shorts, it's 2 and 1, which makes a little bit more sense. I thought it would have just gone like Jonah, Emily till the end, or something like that. So it'd be like Jonah, Emily, Jonah is like a lot, which is interesting. I love Jonah, but it's just very interesting that that's how they set it up. So the very first, these also look out of order. You can see the numbers hidden behind the timestamp here, but I believe it is episode 218, 219, 220, and then 221 is over here. So I've got a little bowl of noodles that I cooked up. I've got a cross stitch next to me. I've got my phone with the pattern in front of me, so I don't have to look away from the screen if I'm doing it too much. So let's get this party started. So I don't really have any predictions necessarily about this season. I just really hope that they, you know, that they do justice to every cast member, because they are doing so many different cast members. Because I almost forgot that Emily's bots are completely different than Jonah's bots in terms of performers, which is interesting. So we'll see. So, not saying they're going to do a bad job. I'm just saying is an interesting take. So, the very first episode is Santo in the Treasure of Dracula. So, I have not seen any of this. The only thing I've seen at all of this season at all is literally the theme song. And I think it's the theme song for Jonah's, because someone told me on Twitch that if it's Baron doing the theme song, then it's a Jonah episode, but that the voice of Emily's Tom does the theme song for hers. So that's literally the only thing I've seen is Jonah episode theme song. That's it. So I don't know what the context is of anything. I don't know how any of this is going to turn out. But I'm excited, and I'm excited to do another video like this. I did if you missed it a couple weeks ago, by the time you see this, it'll probably be a week or 2 ago, I did a reaction/review of Chip 'n Dale Rescue Rangers, the movie. And I did like a reaction like this and a little review at the end, and I forgot how much I love doing these and how much I love editing them and everything, so I really hope that you guys enjoy this as well. So let's get going. I hope the audio is good enough for you guys too. I didn't want to risk it being too high, so you could hear both me and the thing a little bit, but also not get claimed. But yeah, this is the only thing I've seen. Why did you fog his dome up? Blue screen still isn't very good because of the lighting and the layers. It doesn't look really good, but that's okay. You had millions of dollars. Sorry. I would unironically wear that bow with a little skull, though, not gonna lie. First of all, I don't know why there's a million cambots. Secondly, I do want to say one quick thing. For anyone and everyone that has ever told me and ever will tell me ever again that I should really just relax because it's just a show. I think you're being all friggin' cute because you're quoting the theme song. They don't say that about any type of characters and plot and actual quality of the show. They're talking about literally how do they eat, breathe, and other science facts. If I'm making a legit criticism about the show, not nitpicking, call me out if ever being actually nitpicky, that I fully agree. But if I'm just like, hey, the writing in this one wasn't very good, someone's like, you should really just relax. Just click off, please. Like, okay, I've just had one too many people do that to me at this point. I get it, but it's a show that's important to me and a show that is usually very high quality, and I'm not looking to pick on this. I genuinely want this to be amazing. I do. But if I do criticize it in any way, shape, or form, please do not quote the theme song at me. I will lose my mind. Okay, anyway. I might cut that out, we'll see. If you're watching this right now, obviously I didn't. Why are there like 17 cambots?
Yeah, that's how non sequiturs work.
Dude, why did they... Okay, I'm sorry. Just one quick thing already. It's really frickin' lazy for them to not bother making sure the green screen works in Servo's dome, instead just fogging it up. What's the point of him being the gumball machine with a little bubble head if you're just gonna fog it up? I know that you're gonna say in the theater it's a silhouette. Fair enough. But on set, one of the cool things that you could see, or you could do effects with it and stuff. So it's like, ugh. I don't want to say green screen is easy because I don't... Well, technically I do it professionally because of my videos for work, but I don't do it on the scale of this. But green screen isn't that hard as long as the lighting is okay. Like, okay, I'm sorry. Attention.
Yeah, I'm sure it was...
Okay, guys, I know that they had to do a lot of this on green screen and that it had to be... I know it had to be green screen. I know a lot of it was like shot like 2 different crews in 2 different parts of the country because part of it was shot remotely because of COVID and all that. I know all that. But you can see the green screen lines around Jonah's head. Hair is the hardest part to not have a green screen look all janky on. I know. I use a green screen. You saw it. I've seen it in my videos before a little bit. The problem is, all you have to do is make sure you're not, that you're lit well all around. And I'm like, with $6 million, I'm pretty damn sure you could have gotten your lighting rig to where the hair looks as good as possible. And not like the OG Star Wars where you can see the lines. I've had 1 or 2 videos where I had to change up the background colors and stuff. I'll tell you one thing, it's never this background. I've used the SOL, modern SOL background as my background of videos before, and it never looks like this. I never have that light thing around me. Now, I'm standing right in front of the green screen. Maybe they're standing further up. But again, there's lighting tricks you can use, and there's things you can do. I'm just saying, for the amount of money that was donated into this, please just make sure the green screens look right. I will give you all the flats and the not great animation in the opening. I will give you that if you just give me some effing green screen that works. Because I can get green screen to work. And it's like, if my green screen doesn't have the line and yours does, I'm sorry. That's not okay. Like, I know I'm already getting nitpicky. I apologize. But between they had to fog Servo's dome, and you can tell on Jonah's hair, I'm like, green screen, it's like, it's everyone has a green screen. I just, okay, anyway.
We think the boneheads are okay, but Moon 13 is currently sealed off, and
So we're not gonna see any of those people. They're like, we have no extras this season. Here's the excuse.
I'm not gonna show him my blinkers.
You just did it.
Oh, I'm so sick of you.
What do you think, sirs?
I think it's our turn
That's
now.
dumb. Like, okay, I'm sorry. I'm just gonna say, okay, oh, Crow can blink now. Like, one of the coolest things about the OG Crow puppet is how much emotion you could actually give him. Like, if you knew how to operate it properly, like, Trace could make him look angry, happy, etc. Just from, like, even Jim Henson hated using hard, plasticky puppets because you can't get them to emote easily, and Trace knew how to do it. This is not a dig at the new people, this is just a dig at this Invention exchange. I'm like, you didn't need to add stuff like that to Crow, I hope it's temporary.
I got us tickets to the Crawling Eye.
What?
Hey, Grandma, that sounds over.
But didn't Pearl hate her in the last season? Do correct me if I'm wrong, please let me know if I'm forgetting something. Last time I watched the show, which granted was a very, 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 very long time ago. Well, I watched the first 5 or 6 episodes prepping for this season, and then I completely forgot to finish them again. So I haven't seen a lot of the episodes in a long time. Did Kinga and Pearl make up, or have a heart-to-heart, or, like, Pearl likes her now? I could have sworn last time we saw her, Pearl was like, I want nothing to do with you. Even then, if she finally has their approval, wouldn't Kinga be happy that she has Pearl's approval? Please genuinely do refresh my memory if I'm missing something. Is this new? Was this in an old season and I just forgot? And if so, why does Kinga not like it when that's all she wanted? Okay, anyway. That's just a genuine question.
Anyway, younglings, your experiment
Haha,
earned a
younglings.
match against a vampire.
Oh, God. Oh. They have, like, no real sets. They have no real sets. It's like all green screen. Dude, that... For how much money you guys paid for that... I didn't donate to this Kickstarter because I was unsure about it, okay? If you guys paid for this, like, I'd be kind of effing upset to have paid millions upon millions of dollars and they can't give us, like, a real set. Oh, God. What?
Can you explain to us the experiment?
You're going to what?
Follow me. It's actually a time machine.
No, that's
What?
The express the fear of the unknown. And it's
Into the
natural.
unknown.
I will decline myself such honor
Into
because
the
this
unknown.
experiment could be potentially dangerous, right?
To the
Yes, it could be
unknown.
dangerous for the test.
They're the Heathers of the science world.
Disappointment for you.
That ruffle on her shirt is ridiculous.
Trust that I will find is very dangerous.
And he says it's dangerous now, but he was just telling those scientists it's never been tried, but it's definitely gonna work. What the heck?
Hair is so big because it's full of secrets.
Oh man, Heather's and Mean Girls references. They're like, hey, millennials, please like this.
Salmonella.
Even Gen Z, I guess, thanks to their musicals and stuff now.
Adrenaline, paradoxine.
Millennials and Gen Z already liked Mystery Science, that's why I'm confused.
Jane Jetson?
What the heck kind of outfit? What the? Of course, it makes her wear, like, very little.
Dollhouse.
What the heck? Yeah, that's the ugliest bedroom I've ever seen.
Supportive enough to beast.
Ew. Oh yeah, it's vampires.
Morning, I woke up really sad. And weak.
Have you had
It's called depression, honey.
I love it when you come to visit.
It will be better if
I love it when the creepiest looking man I've ever seen is in our house.
Thank you.
Ugh. Jesus.
With your permission, I will be on my way. But I will come back to know if I can be helpful, gentlemen.
Why are you even here then?
So why did he come here?
Right?
Whoa, L7 got back together.
It's always weird cults like this in these movies, man. Alright, let's see what we got, boys.
I'm just loving spending time together.
Hey, what are you guys doing?
Aw. Oh, so they were using the blink thing, huh?
Oh, you mean their past lives?
Oh wow, I wish.
Yeah, that would be really cool.
I get it. We're doing the old make Jonah reveal embarrassing memories bit again, huh? Well, at this point,
Mike's
I'm
done the
low
same
on dignity,
thing.
So let's go.
Success.
Now,
Okay, I'm sorry. Is it just me? Is it just me? The crow eyes look kind of dead now. I'm not just saying that because they added the blinkers, but I'm looking at it because he was blinking and stuff. There are a couple crow models that they had used in the Are You Happy in Your Work sequence, where they were clearly extras or whatever, and the eyes aren't set quite right, and so they look kind of like, I know they're robots, but they look like extra off, and that's what that looks like to me. Just a little bit. I don't know if it's the size of the diamonds, I don't know if it's exactly where the ping pong balls are, like, set, but there's something a little bit off, and I assume it's because of the blinker thingy.
I haven't thought about Katie Stone in a long time. She was real nice. Real nice.
Doctor, these are
See, I do like positivity with Jonah. Let's go.
Wait a minute. Jonah, you didn't
no.
grow up in Trenton?
Oh no! Oh no! Oh, that transition's always ugly. I'm sorry. When this looks faker than the original series, when they had like no money.
If you brought marshmallows,
My God, I'm Bram Stoker.
And you will be able to save mine too?
No.
first draft of Disney's Haunted Mansion.
Oh, that thing was really on there.
But if he bit her, she shouldn't be able to touch it either. What? Stupid. Ugh.
After watching all of this?
Yeah. Grody.
Slow it down, everyone. We got 3 cans of film and 2 pages of script.
Right. This is the slowest
Her nightgown
freaking
has a
thing.
I
nightgown?
have chosen you as my wife for all eternity.
Ugh, it's always the
I'll go ahead,
wife.
yes, I can't tell.
It's always, oh, they always make him their wife in these cult movies. It's always so gross. This kind of feels like they had a vampire movie they wanted to make, and they had to put Santo into it, so they had to make this stupid framing device.
To giving you eternal life. I will share with you my enormous
I'll take the eternal life that Jesus offers, thanks, man.
This is
Don Knotts and Tim Conway are the private eye.
First rule of real estate. Echolocation, echolocation,
Sheesh.
echolocation.
If he kills her, I won't be able to bring her back to this side. Hurry, we have to be...
What?
Just remembered that we know her.
You idiot.
She has no pulse. She's dying.
Oh, God.
Actually, there's already no pulse that's dead.
Lady.
Welcome back to QV Santo, the premier home shopping network for mystical luchador accessories. I, of course, am Santo.
Accessories.
I'm Serena. Well, I'd rather have the werewolves. Last thing I need
Werewolves.
is a bunch of losers
They made
who
Gypsy
have
even
a
smaller,
great
didn't they?
personality.
He's
Looks like a
sworn to
Medusa
Medusa
thing.
Protection
Nice.
Act. Now,
Then maybe she can chip off a few pounds. I mean, how big are those mice she's feeding those
oh,
things?
okay, all right, that's great. Thank you, Tom. Now we've got...
heck is going on with Gypsy? What the heck?
Monster
We interrupt Mexican Odd Couple for this important bulletin.
We used to love watching The Odd Couple when it was on MeTV. That was always fun.
I'm terrified.
Oh, so much for emotional transparency.
Yeah, right? I was gonna be like, at least he's honest.
Incredible. It's almost as if no time has passed at all.
Hey, you got your Spirit Halloween story in my Ed Wood movie.
Oh, you got your
That is some loud dirt.
Brave as a lion when needed. I even forgot about the whistle.
Hey, you know what? Sometimes anxiety disorder be like that.
I've had the feeling something horrible would happen ever since the day we entered that crypt.
Does she mean like an hour ago, or...?
Right? How long is it supposed to have been?
We shouldn't.
Why don't we work as a team?
Work as a team. One thing I've noticed that I have liked is the riffs are a lot slower in this season than in, like, season 11, where they're so fast, like, on top of each other.
The Queer Crusader! And Alexander
Can't call him that anymore, because his dome is frosted.
All right, settle down.
So far the segments have been like, eh. But, you know, there's definitely no every country has a monster thus far in this episode.
Welcome to my...
You both look ridiculous. Okay.
Eternally grateful, internally bleeding.
They don't see the terrible plan I have prepared for
The
them.
terrible plan I prepared for them.
Say women.
We will pull out the stake from him. He will return to life and kill the ones who have
What?
and ring.
That doesn't make sense.
Now
You remove the stake and it undeads them?
Fields
Jeez.
once said, never work with children or vampires.
I assume you guys heard that. Holy crap.
That's some punch.
I think that, like, while there are definitely way, way less, like, laugh out loud riffs than, like, an average episode of the series, I am very happy that they've slowed it way down, and they're riffing more on the average pace.
This time it's a guy.
The average pace of, like, the original series and riff tracks, and it gives the riffs time to breathe, which I appreciate a lot. No, just take the necklace. Do not hurt the child, please. Do not hurt the child. This is not Manos, please.
Take the child!
Oh, no.
So my theory is that bees are actually getting the honey from somewhere else. They don't make it at all.
What?
Killer Bob!
What the heck was that for?
Jose, what happened to you?
What happened to you?
Did they not have an exterior lighting kit or...
Right?
No miracles here, Doctor. It was all part of my plan.
Plan?
What?
Okay, anyone else?
The heck was with this movie, man?
We'll bill you for the dynamite, weirdo.
Seeing is believing, right?
I'm glad this solo over.
Actually, no. Just believe me, the best type of faith is that you cannot see. Man, that movie was ridiculous.
The one, the only...
Perico!
Okay.
Loyalty Club
Yeah.
Does that crow go that high?
Kinga, the Cambots. We gotta get him out of there.
How many Cambots are there now? Everything's only one shot. Very, very, very long credits. But I do want to see the amount of writers that were on this, because clearly it was either way less writers than last time, or they made them rein it in, which I appreciate. Like I said, let's count. There was an episode last season that had 21 writers, so let's count. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Is that it? Hey, that's nice. That's a lot more like what the original series had, which helps it, streamlines it, helps a lot. This music is nice, but this takes forever because there's so many credits. I appreciate everyone that worked on this. So I would say that for a first episode, stronger than like Reptilicus and Mac and Me for sure. This is definitely the strongest opening episode they've ever done for this show. I will say, granted, that doesn't say a ton. And the only reason I say that, here, I'll go to face cam real quick. Okay. The only reason I say that is just the fact, oh, my hair is a mess. Why do you guys even put up with me? Anyway. So, definitely the best opening of a season of the new 3 seasons, for sure. Reptilicus is way, way, way too fast. There's some riffs that do work really well, and then there are others where, like, there will be, like, 7 sequential shots that are real quick, and there's a riff on every single one. I appreciate that. That didn't happen in this episode. And then with Mac and Me, it's like, even taking the host segments out of it, it's, like, so dull. And for some reason, it's like, that and Atlantic Rim were, like, the worst possible 2 to put back-to-back in that very, admittedly, short season. So this episode was a lot more pleasant, a lot more calm in terms of the riffs, as, like, you can just sit back and watch and not feel like, geez, like you can't keep up with anything or you can't even laugh. Because Reptilicus, like, one of the best things at Mystery Science, if you laugh past a joke, that's fine, you can rewatch it. But with Reptilicus and with those episodes, if you laugh even once, you're missing like 3 jokes. So I'm glad that with this one, they riff a lot less. Not less than, like, it's about, like, what an average Mystery Science or Riff Tracks riff is like. It just, it made sure to time it out a lot better. And every once in a while, just like in the original, there are jokes that work because of how they read it, not because the joke itself even is that great. So that was nice. My only real complaint so far, like I said, it was pleasant. It wasn't super laugh out loud funny, but I would take this over, again, Reptilicus and Mac and Me any day, so that's good. I think that my main complaints are with the host segment stuff, and most of it is in, where is this money going? Just because, again, unless the rights to these movies were super expensive or something, and I guess now you have 2 casts to pay, because otherwise it's very bizarre, just because it's like you have millions of dollars that are given to you, and you can't have any real sets. They're like all just flats and green screen. And the biggest thing for me since I saw the theme song the first time, is that you can't even perfect the green screen. Like, that to me, it's kind of a big deal. Just as someone that is currently working with green screens, and it's not difficult, it's not a big deal, this is bothering me, there we go. Green screens aren't that hard to work with. Like I said, the hardest thing is, like, hair, and they're not even getting that right, and I'm like, I don't know if I assume it's their lighting, and how far away maybe they're standing from the background, but it's like they're not using any CG really. Like, they're using the flats and stuff, which is probably all done in computer, but it's not like Marvel level effects or anything I'm asking for here. I just want a green screen where I can't see the outline on your hair. And I think for the amount of money that the Kickstarter backers paid, they deserve a couple real sets and green screen that works. Even, like, you couldn't... I'm sorry, the Satellite of Love has never been a set that needed a ton of bells and whistles. I don't feel like the Netflix era had a bunch of bells and whistles, even though they had a little more money, obviously, behind that. So if there are arguments going to be like, well, Jonah was shooting one place, Emily's shooting another place, so we had to have other, we did green screens to multiple sets. I don't know if that's going to be the case or not. The sets are so small. Like, the desk and a wall and the lighting, that's it. So I'm just like, you couldn't have given... The only one that I'll give you is, like, fine, I guess Kinga and Max can have all green screen because it's the big window. Like, fine, I'll give you that. If you would give our hosts an actual set, that would be nice. Again, not a big fancy bells and whistles. I'm not talking, like, Mystery Science, the movie level sets. I'm just talking about... Even season 1 levels, like, had a set, had a physical set. I know that's more money, I know that's a little bit more time, but then you wouldn't have this green screen problem. And then, if you use flats for the tunnel, which I still think actually is too effing cheap. I mean, KTMA had stuff built, guys. Now, again, it was like a little mini tunnel of, like, the little effects and doors that they would push and pull with the camera going through it. But it gives you the illusion of a big physical hallway. This is just flats. It's just paintings. Maybe they don't have the rights for the Netflix to use the same door sequence, and I get it. But then rebuild the sets. Again, they're miniatures. That's the thing. It's like, you got all this money. Where did it go? Again, even if it's going to the cast, which is great, even if it's going to the 2 casts, fine. They didn't have money at KTMA either, and they still had physical sets. Even if you're like, well, we're shooting in 2 places, you can still have 2 tiny little SOL sets, and you can still have a tiny little, miniature thing that people push the buttons for, and little things go off, and you pull the camera through for the tunnel. That's it. Like, that's my biggest thing. Like I said, riffing, much better, much more solid, much slower in a good way, and a little more consistent in this episode than in the previous season openings for these guys, for sure. Only 9 riders instead of 21? Ballin'. Like, you're already doing a much better job, in my opinion, than having too many cooks in the kitchen for this one show. That's a lot more like the OG show. Again, not that this has to be identical to the OG show, but it can't be so, like, quick, we had too many lines, and it didn't, which is good. But, again, I'm just thinking, I'm not even a person that donated to that Kickstarter at the time. I didn't really have money. I don't really have a lot of money now, and I just dropped all that money to get all the episodes. Because I knew I would pay for it eventually. And so I didn't have the money at the time for the Kickstarter. The thing is, I just feel bad for all the people that put in literally millions, and you don't get a single physical set. You don't get a single physical set or decent green screen. So far, so good on the riffing. I just wish you could see the money on screen a little bit more, because it's fan-funded. Otherwise, fine, but it's fan-funded. Yeah, but I think that's probably going to be it from me on this video. So what I'll probably do next time, let's see, let me show you guys here. For the next one, we'll probably do Pipeline to the Clouds. Sheesh. Like I said, it's very late. Water and the importance of water conservation. I just did a bunch of water videos for work, so that'll be fun. It's probably a bunch of stuff that I'm like, I know, I just taught other people this. And then Robot Wars, at least. That'll be the next video. Maybe also, let's make a meal in 20 minutes, because for being a 20-minute in the title, it's only a 5-minute short. So So I would say next time we're probably going to do at least Pipeline and Robot Wars, probably the meal one as well. After that, we will start with Emily's stuff. So I hope you enjoyed this little reaction video. Like I said, not sure when this is out, but I hope you enjoyed it. I'm looking forward to see what else they've got coming down the pipeline. If they have those riffs stay steady or only increase in quality as it goes on, that'd be great. Host segments were also pretty, even if you take out the visual stuff, the writing of them was fine. It was pretty, you know, met average for a Mystery Science episode. And I will also be completely fair, there's a lot of season 8 and even some season 6 host segments that I'm not a huge fan of either. They're just like, okay, they're just kind of there to fill space. So I would say that, you know, they were fine for what they were, but I don't know when or if we will have an Every Country Has a Monsters moment or a concepts moment. They don't always have to be songs, but just some kind of host segment where I'm like, there it is, like that's what I'm looking for. So hopefully we get that soon. This is only the first episode out of 13 plus shorts, so I'm hoping that this goes really well. I hope, for the sake of everyone, myself included, that everything is just really fun and good and awesome, and that Emily's awesome. I am looking forward to seeing her episodes for sure, seeing how they introduce her into this, if it's a separate satellite or whatever, because I don't know yet. People have been very good at not spoiling for me, so I'm very excited to see if they actually try to make any sense or not. Alright, so I hope you guys are looking forward to more reaction videos like this, more reaction / kind of mini reviews of each of the Gizmoplex episodes. I don't know if it's telling that I had more to say about Rescue Rangers in the first episode of a new Mystery Science season. Don't know whether that's good or bad, so I guess we'll see as this goes forward. But thank you all so much for watching, for being here. Like I said, I have a lot more stuff planned on here and on my Twitch. Once again, please join us there if you can. We do streams every Monday at 7 Central. And then I'm going to try to be doing more streams. I would love to do some Stardew and maybe some other gaming streams throughout the week as well. So we'll see how that goes. But thank you all so much for everything, and I will see you guys later.